Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, this is going to be a haul video, part one. Long story short, I have filmed this haul specifically 3 times now, and the universe is just deciding that it's just not letting me do this video, and I'm gonna do it anyway. Take that, universe. I filmed it like so many times, and like the first time the audio was really messed up, the second time it just wouldn't import into my computer, and it's been a lot. So none of these are going to be authentic like unboxing first impressions, but a lot of these are things that you guys sent me or are like company rep things that I need to show you guys. So like this video can't go unseen. So I'm sticking it to the man and I'm filming it again. Here we go. So, like I said, this is gonna be probably a 2-part haul video because at this point, it's been so long that I have like so much stuff that I don't think it would be a feasible video to try and smush it all into one thing. Also because I've recently gotten into manga, and I feel like that should just be my entire part 2 is going to be like graphic novels and manga that I've gotten recently. So this is gonna be a stuff and books haul. The next one is going to be graphic novels and manga. It's just gonna make it easier. So let's just start with what I'm wearing. This is one of the not most recent shirts by the time you guys are finally seeing this footage, but this is one of the shirts from Hello Lovely. This one says, support your local book babe, right on the boob pocket, and it's tie-dye, and I'm living my best life. Who would have guessed that tie-dye was gonna come back full force in 2020? Like, I'm old, and I am actually seeing all of like the fashion trends from when I was a kid in the cycle. Like, I still have things in my closet that are now popular again. Like, I'm that old now, but I'm living my best tie-dye life. So this is a wonderful shirt from Hello Lovely, and I mean, hello, support your local book babe. That's me. I am that. And the other shirt is probably my favorite design that she has ever come out with because it's me in shirt form. It's this. It says Introvert Book Club, and it says no meetings, pants optional. Like, if this is not me, if this is not introverted, socially anxious Chelsea in shirt form, I don't know what is. So, this is my new favorite design. Please excuse all the cat hair on it. I pulled this out from underneath of a kitten while I was preparing for this video, and it is what it is. This is my life. So these are 2 shirts that are recently listed in the Hello Lovely shop. Hello Lovely is no longer just like a book box company. She's got so much stuff and I want all of it. By the time you guys are seeing this, it's quite possible that I already am filming another Hello Lovely haul because I know another package is coming soon. Prepare yourselves. So let me adjust the camera angle so I can start stacking things somewhere. Okay, you get the idea. I literally pulled over like a little mini bookshelf and this is now my makeshift table. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to show you guys is the July monthly melt candle. And I mainly am showing this to you guys because 1, it's one of my favorite scents that she's come out with, and 2, because she just recently released, or at least she told us reps, about the new tins that she's doing. So she always sends me and the other reps the monthly melt candles in like all their forms. So you can get it as this in like the mason jar version, you can get it as wax melts, and you can get it as a tin, which I've already burned through, I'm not gonna lie. Probably should have saved it to film this video for the umpteenth time, but I couldn't. But you guys know what tins look like. This was the June candle. Did I haul the June candle? It's been so long, but this was the June candle, so. But these tins have been revamped, and I'm so excited. They look like little mini paint cans, and I'm stupid excited. So, these were the things that I got recently. Like I said, I don't have all of them with me because I've already been burning through them. Because you guys won't be able to see the label too well, the July candle was And Peggy, which is perfect timing because July 4th was when Hamilton came on to Disney Plus and it made like a resurgence of popularity. And this scent is peach, rose, and honey. You put peach in anything, I'm gonna buy it. Peach is my favorite scent, it's my favorite flavor, I love peach everything. So that was the July candle, and in case I never hauled the June ones, in all of those various forms as well, the Alabama Bee Charmer, these were inspired by fried green tomatoes, and this one was honey, jasmine, and spun sugar. And it just smells like honey, like it just, it smells like really natural honey, like that you would actually buy at like a local farmer's market. It smells great. All of her candles are wood wicks. All of her wax melts are being melted as we speak. They come in chunky leaf bits, And those are the safe ways that I burn scented things nowadays with various animals in the house. The last item thing that I have for you before I get to books is this beautiful book art bookmark. I literally just had to go take this off of a book, which I regret because I didn't actually put a bookmark in its place. Hindsight. Oh no. But this one was sent to me by Margot back in like July, I want to say. I don't know when things came to me at this point. It's been so long. But these, her like natural stone bookmarks are my favorite, and this is like a medium elastic length. And let me grab a booksy so y'all can see how beautiful, oh, that's twisty. These are on books, just look at it. So this is like how you would mark your page. I love it so much, so much. So this is a thin like slice. It's beautiful and it looks great on my books and it matches my shirt right now. Good job me for accessorizing. So we've got that. Okay, I've got some books that you guys have sent to me, which you never have to do, but I really appreciate it, and I always want to shout out you guys in videos. So Cheryl sent me This Time Tomorrow, which is the second book in the, what is the series called? The first one was Reborn Yesterday, but it's by Tessa Bailey, and it's Tessa Bailey's newest paranormal romance, which you sent me the first one too, so now I like have no excuse but to binge straight through these. I've heard good things, and I love these covers, so thank you so much, Cheryl. And you also sent me this behemoth of a book. I haven't read this yet. I know. This is The Toll by Neil Shusterman. This is the third book in the Scythe series, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I was one of the biggest advocates for Scythe when that came out, and I finally read it, and it was just amazing. Thunderhead was amazing, and I haven't picked this up because I'm terrified with how each of the books ends. I just feel like I have a bad, ominous feeling, and also I don't think this has been spoiled for me, and I haven't really seen reviews of it. So I'm gonna go in blind, and I'm so excited. It's been so long. Maybe I'll reread the entire trilogy and just get the whole experience. But thank you so much, Cheryl. Like, thank you, seriously. I'm so excited for this. And also, from Cheryl, is a book that I talked about in a reading vlog. I think like the first reading vlog I did, and like my newest attempt at doing reading vlogs, is this book. This is Hex by Thomas Hoevelt. I think he's Dutch? Yeah, he's Dutch. So I already read this. This was a book I had never heard of, and I didn't know that I needed in my life until I literally got it in the mail, opened it, and immediately started reading it. Like, this is one of those books where I sat down and I was like, this is exactly what I'm in the mood for, and I read it. And it was great and terrible. You guys saw the vlog where I talked about this book, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It's blurbed by the best people. It's blurbed by Stephen King on the cover, but it's blurbed by George R.R. Martin. It's blurbed by Robin Hobb. Like, it's blurbed by really big fantasy and horror authors. So this book basically follows a very small town that is cursed with a witch, essentially, who exists. She just haunts this town. Her eyes and her lips are sewn shut, and she just kind of appears around the town, and everybody who lives there knows about her. Everybody's aware of her, and it's the happenings of the town when they start to mess with this witch that lives there. It's a thing. It was an experience, let me tell you. It had the makings to be one of the best horror books that I've like ever read, but I had issues with it, so it was a ride. But thank you, Cheryl, for bringing this into my life, because this is an author that I'm gonna follow now because I'm intrigued. This isn't his debut, but this is his first translated book. Like I said, he's Dutch, so I think this is the first book that has actually been translated to English. So I'm definitely gonna follow that author from now on. I also received a copy of The Score by Elle Kennedy, but there was no note in the package with it. So this came off of my wish list. This is the third off-campus book. I've read this entire series along with the Briar U series as well. They're like spin-offs of each other, kind of. And these were my introduction to Elle Kennedy, and I love them so much. So thank you so much to whoever sent this to me. I'm very excited. Okay, I've got a couple books that I bought myself that were not graphic novels or manga, so I'm gonna get through those, and then we're gonna start part 2 of this video. I feel like I probably should have just lumped these together, but I've got a lot of things to talk about in the manga section of this, so that's just gonna be a separate thing, which will probably go up like pretty soon after you guys are seeing this one. So let's get into other books that I picked up. I picked up the 2 July books that I read for my book club. The romance book that we read was The Player Next Door. This is K.A. Tucker's newest release. This just came out in like June or July, so we read it immediately. It's not as good as Simple Wild. I'm going to forever compare all of her books to The Simple Wild, unfortunately, and I feel like that is just set at a very high standard for me. But this is what you would gather from the title. It follows a girl who moves back to her hometown. The guy next door to the house that she moves into is her crush from high school, and it's a second chance, small town, feel-good romance. Those are all tropes that I generally enjoy, and I liked this. I didn't think it was anything significant. Like I said, I've got K.A. Tucker up on a pedestal in my mind, so I feel like nothing is gonna live up to The Simple Wild. But this was good. If you're looking for a really good, just like feel-good small town romance, this is a good one. So we read that as a group in July. And then we also read, I got the box set. We read The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. It was my first N.K. Jemisin book. And the first book was the July pick, and I think I'm gonna binge through the rest of the trilogy now, because for some reason, I think this might still be true as you guys are seeing this. It's been on sale for a long time. This box set of the trilogy is about the same price as just the first book. If you guys would like to get your hands on a copy, for some reason Amazon is confused about pricing. So I bought the box set of all of them, and I am really excited because that was my introduction to Jemisin, and I was very impressed. I don't know how to describe that series whatsoever, but I do believe I talked about it in a reading vlog, so if you go back a couple vlogs, I'm talking about it in there. Then I scored big time at my very, very small family-run local grocery store that we go to sometimes. It's a very small, like, scratch and dent discount grocery store that is only in my town, and out of nowhere they added like a stuff and things department. And by that I mean like a bay of shelves in this huge grocery store of essentially garage sale type stuff. Like, you can tell it's somebody's used things. I don't know why, and it's a weird assortment of items, but there are books in there. Now, mind you, they would be the books that you would picture being in such a, like, small town type of store like that, where it's a lot of, like, local sports teams books. It's a lot of, like, Jesus and, like, spirituality and self-help type of books. And a few, like, obviously there's gonna be some, like, James Patterson, Nora Roberts tossed in there. And every now and then, indie romance shows up, and I am so excited. This was $1.99, but this is an indie romance book. This is Do Not Let Me Go by Tegan Hunter. This is I want to say the sequel to A Piece of My Heart, but the first book in the series came in a Hello Lovely box as an ebook download, so I'm so excited. I've heard really good things about the series. I think it's super cute. They're obviously all based around food, so $1.99, heck yes, I bought that. So that's gonna go up on the stack and I'm gonna make you guys nervous. Forgot a book, but it was staring at me from across the room, so I'm glad I remembered it. I also got The Puccini Connection by Sam Bond, and this is from Joe O. Richner. The little note inside says, "My friend wrote this lovely cozy mystery. I hope you enjoy it. Love your channel and your animals." Thank you. I've never gotten into cozy mysteries, but I've wanted to, just because I've recently gotten into, like, cozy romance, like the book versions of, like, Hallmark Channel movies, and cozy mystery is like the next step for me, I think. So this might be my introduction to it, and look how freaking cute this is. So thank you for sending that to me. I'm glad that I saw that from across the room so I can include it. Oh, the stack is getting out of control. Anyway, the last 2 books that I have to show you are going to segue me into part 2 of this video. Long story short, I have been going through and I've just been purging my overflow storage of books. Basically, every time I do unhauls of my shelves in here, they go into storage tote bins, like the big Rubbermaid totes, in my basement. And whenever we get a chance to go to 2nd and Charles, I don't think 2nd and Charles is, like, everywhere, but there's one that's like an hour away from me, so every now and then I will lug a ton of books there and trade in literally the maximum amount of books that I can do, and get store credit and leave with more books. So that's what I did. But I have been making out like a bandit every time I've gone. I went one trip and they took every single one of my books. It was like 2 huge tote bins full of books, and they took all of them. So I've had a lot of store credit built up there. which means I've been buying a lot of books, which is going to segue me into the graphic novel and manga portion of this haul. But I've got 2 books that are like actual like novels. I picked up The Deep End by Kristen Ashley. This is possibly I got a Kristen Ashley book in the Belle book box that I unboxed recently. And Kristen Ashley is an author that I've been wanting to try. This one was on clearance for $3.75, so I was just like, why not? And I'm thinking it's gonna verge more onto the smutty side than the romance side, which I'm here for. And it just sounded intriguing. It follows a guy who joins the Honey Club, which is this exclusive fancy pants club. It says, enter a decadent sensual world where gorgeous alpha males are committed to fulfilling a woman's every desire. Sign me up. So I got this for super cheap. We're gonna just, yeah, that's not happening. Let's switch these. You guys know what the box set is. Does that work? Okay. And then I also picked up a copy of Maestra by L.S. Hilton. This book, did I already talk about this? I feel like I already talked about this in a haul. I remember a comment about it. Dag nabbit. Did you guys already see me haul these 2 books? It's entirely possible that I did. Regardless, in case you didn't see me talk about it, this is an erotic thriller. It's a thriller, but I feel like there's some sexy time in it, and I think it was shelved in the romance section, but reading the blurb, I was like, this doesn't sound like romance. It sounds like a straight up psychological thriller. I believe it follows a girl who is an assistant at an art house, but at night she waitresses at like a ritzy fancy pants champagne bar. She ends up getting involved in some sort of crime, and she gets like tossed into this world of murder and mayhem and sex, and I'm like, sure, why not? But this was also on clearance for $3, so I picked this up. I think I did haul this in a vlog. Well, regardless, there's a little bit more in this video. That is going to segue me into part 2, because I use Second and Charles to stock up on graphic novels and manga. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in that part. Hopefully it'll be the next video you see. I'll see you guys then.